Hi, I'm Adam from cinemagadgets.com, and right now I'm going to show you a pretty cool item that we have, and that's called the small to medium camera mount. And so here's some of the equipment that is included in this kit, and right now I'm going to show you how to mount this onto a car. So for starters, this is the plate that we're going to mount the camera onto, and I like to grab this thing and come over and choose a spot for it to go to get our shot. And this plate, what's cool about this car mount is that this plate can go many different places. So if you imagine a camera's here on it, it can go here. You can mount this thing something like that. You can mount it getting the cool shot of the wheel turning in and out. You can mount it right here. When you're using suction cups, you just basically want to make sure that you have a car that has newer paint that's fairly smooth to the touch, and then take a rag with some water on it or something like that and kind of clean it and make sure that you have a smooth surface to work with. I'll put the first suction cup down and I'll apply a little pressure and I'll start pumping this dial here. And what's very important when you're using these suction cups is that you see this little red dial right here? That has to be in far enough that you can't see it. This one you can't see it. When I do this, I kind of want to avoid spots on the car where there's a lot of curvature. You want to get a flat surface. Like I would avoid doing it there, of course, you know. At this point, I grab a furniture pad just to protect the person's car that you're working with. A lot of times when you use these, you're going to be using like a cool car. That's kind of one of the appeals of using a car mount. And then I grab a grip head. This is a standard 2.5 inch grip head, and I'll start putting these on here. And I don't have to really tighten them down too much right now. This is a pretty cool little grip head. They call these camera rod starters, and they're just smaller. The 5/8 inch tubing goes in there, and when you tighten this one, it kind of pulls the tubing against this part and keeps it tight. And you have a screw here to do the other one. So that's what I'm going to use to attach to the baby pins on this. And if I put this in position, I know that I want this one to go here, and I'll just go ahead and I'll get one of them started right now. And as you can see, when I do this, the handle on this is on the right for my right hand. And it should be like that for all of them. And that's, other than the suction cups, that's another really important thing to make sure that you're doing. So I'll kind of get this in place, kind of where I want it. Loosen it up. Kind of maybe something like that. And I'll get this a little tight. I'm not gonna trip out and make it too tight because we're still adjusting here. So at this point we have the car mount pretty secure with the suction cups, and it's fairly, it's tightened down and everything. One of the things that this car mount comes with is a ratchet strap, and it also comes with these D-bolt. So here's the ratchet strap, and here's the D-bolts. And I like to put these D-bolts on after we've already rigged this thing, because you get moving these things around in all these different angles, and things change. You might not have some of these holes available to put these on. But right now I know that I can definitely put one here, and I can definitely put one here. So the ratchet strap will definitely work to attach this to the car, but if you want a little added security and convenience, we have some really cool items that we'll use to attach this to the car, and these are them. This is a fender hook, and this is a gutter hook. The fender hook obviously works well for fenders. As you can see, it'll fit there, and if you were to put the ratchet hook here, it'll tighten real well, right, like that. And the gutter hook works really well to go in these kind of crevices like this on the cars. And sometimes it'll go into the little slot easy. Other times you have to pop the hood on the vehicle and then kind of shut it on there. And you can rig this on the hood. You can rig it on doors. All these little crevices like this are fair game for this thing to get hooked to. So one of the things that you can do when you're using a car mount is you look for the spot on the car where the ratchet strap is touching, and you can just take a rag and take a little piece of it and tape it with gaffer's tape around that. This is really not safe, especially if you have a really nice car. So we're going to cover this also with a rag. So we have this thing ratcheted down, and it's pretty much in line. And of course, we can fine tune the angle of this thing just with these controls here. We can tighten and loosen these to get this thing angled just the way we want. One of the things that we sell on our website that makes this whole process very convenient is a ball camera leveling mount. And this is one right here. I love these things. I definitely recommend getting one because they just kind of make the whole process a lot more convenient. So we could put this on here like this, and we can get some 3/8 bolts here and nuts, and we can attach this thing with the cheese plate to this setup. We mount the camera to this, and we loosen this part, and this thing just rotates however we want. We'll line it up right with the shot, and we'll start tightening this. You can actually tighten this thing quite a bit, and the camera will not move. It's very, very solid. So this thing is all tightened down. I've checked all the grip heads, and I've checked all the suction cups. So I can pull this furniture pad out, and assuming there was a camera on here, we'd be ready to roll. We can go get some shots with this thing. We've actually already done some filming with this, so we're going to show that to you right now. So here's some sample footage from our car mount, and as you can see, it's pretty cool. We're in a neighborhood right now that has some trees along the side of the road, and I think that really brings a lot to the shot. So the people watching the footage definitely know that the vehicle is moving, and it really makes the footage come alive. So this is the most simple car mount that we sell on our website. You can build this and get your foot in the door, get started with car mounts, and you can start adding on to this and making it bigger and being able to do more configurations. We also have some bigger car mounts that can handle larger cameras on the website, and that's really cool, so check that out. And check out all our equipment at cinemagadgets.com, and stay tuned for more videos.